welcome to the show. And I'm here with my friend Judy Paxman, and we are going to go over what happened in the Swanton Arts Council last night. So we don't record our meetings, so we thought this would be a great idea to just kind of connect with the community about what we talk about at the meetings and get to the heart of what we spoke about. So here we are.
And we're going to talk about why we do what we do.
That too.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
So you want to give it a
Yeah,
go?
so we started right off at 6 o'clock p.m. Well, 5:30 was social time, and then at 6 o'clock, we started right in with the business stuff.
And we have this meeting every month.
Every month, on the first Monday of every month at the Swanton House of Pizza. 5:30 is social time, 6 o'clock the meeting starts, right at 6, hopefully, sometimes not, but usually. And we went from there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So first we talked about update of motions that were passed, just like a typical meeting. And
So
we've got a lot going on right now.
So we had approved money to send Janet Suave and Nicole Gadwa to attend CCX, which is the Creative Communities Exchange. That'll be going on in June. That's a big deal in the art world. It's a New England-based thing, and it's happening right in Montpelier, so we're very excited to send them. We have a third person who may also attend. We had approved, after the last meeting, $200 for 4 classes to be held at the Swanton Public Library or in the community. We're going to help fund those because we want to see more art in Swanton, lots of art.
And artists getting paid.
And artists getting paid. That's like the most important thing, is that the artists get paid. We just need to have people who are interested in teaching classes and showcasing their art approach us, contact Heather, so that we can set them up. And we are testing this out for 4 months, and then we're going to reevaluate it because we want to make sure this is really needed and we have all the...
That people want to do it.
Yeah, and that we've got it all worked out. So
Right.
we also agreed to pay $100 for a playground brick for the playground committee that's going on in Swanton to build a new playground by the school, and a painful outlay for an insurance upgrade that we needed so that we could work on a movie that we're making from a grant that we received. Very sad. Spending money.
Okay, well, and then we went on to the Emerging Artist Award prize proposal.
Yep, which was shot down, pretty much quickly shot down. I made a proposal and everyone said, oh, let's do something completely different, which was awesome because the proposal was weak. So we decided what we're going to do. The Emerging Artist Award, we had the Youth Art Show earlier in the month, no, last month, in March, and it was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. So we had
We
very...
had 270 pieces of art
Yep.
at the event.
Yeah, we had
we'll
9.
get to that later.
Yeah, we had 9 entries for that. Anyway, we talked about money and we decided what we're going to be doing, and that'll be... We decided somewhere, I wrote it down, that we are going to give... the motion was for $400, or was it $450?
It was $450.
$450. We're going to give $450 to the winner of that. So that's very exciting. We were very fortunate. We got extra money from the Jane Abraham Retirement Fund. That was a fundraiser that they had done. So we're giving that artist a little bit extra. We had 9 entries, which is amazing. And then we're going to do some other things too with some show standouts. So we have an extra $100 to play with there.
Perfect. We talked about the music for the Swanton Arts Spectacular. They're hoping to get quite a few, at least several artists in there.
Yeah. So
and we'd like to pay them.
Yeah, we're paying them.
I think there's so many wonderful people that want to volunteer, but we don't want people to get burnt out. We want everybody to feel valued and that we appreciate their art and what they are offering to our community.
Right, and it's worth it. I mean, this takes years and years and years of practice, and even though you don't get to see it all at that moment when they sing, but there's the hours and hours and hours of practice that goes into it. And we are putting on a show, so we want to make sure that the artists are paid. So we talked about having 7 bands or performers that get paid $100 each, and another band in the evening to wrap up the whole show. We will be doing some fundraising and looking for sponsors for that.
We also have Janet Suave, who is trying to do some different fundraising so that it won't come out of the money that we're trying to make for the event itself.
Right, because we're like 100% self-funded. We don't get any tax money. We don't get any money from the town.
We don't pay ourselves wages.
Nobody
to
gets
be
paid.
on the board.
We're all working.
Judy, who does amazing things, doesn't get paid.
No, this is all volunteer. We just fun stuff.
So we talked about doing a buyer power and discounts for the artists.
Yeah, because there's like so many of us. We have about 350 members, and there's just under 1,000 people following us on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook, people, and that's a lot. So can we somehow use that group to get some perks for the artists who, you look at a painting or you look at some piece of artwork and you think, oh, that's nice. Nobody realizes how much effort and how much money went into that and the 20 other pieces that you did before that until you see the perfected finished piece.
Sure.
So if we can find a way to get some discounts from some of the bigger art suppliers and some of the local art suppliers, that'd be awesome.
Or some kind of membership
Yeah.
cards. I would love a membership card that I could just bring to a craft store and just be like, I'm a Swanton Arts Council member and get any discount. And that would be lots of fun. I could see the value in that.
Yep. So Katie Foster, Darcy Benoit, and Joanne Para-Ryder and I are going to look into that a little bit more to see if that's something that we can whip up for some
And
time
if
in the future.
anybody else is interested in getting involved, we would love to hear about it.
Yeah, because we never talked about the membership of Swanton Arts Council. And how difficult it is to become a member. It's at will. You just have to say, I want to be a member, and you're suddenly one of us.
Really?
There's no fee.
And it's all there's on the website. There's a membership is on the website.
Push a button.
And you just go to, I believe it's swantonartscouncil.org.
Yep. SwantonArtsCouncil.org.
/member.
No, or you can just go to SwantonArtsCouncil.org and push the button.
Yeah. There's one, and it's just become a member, and it's free to become a member.
Yep.
And then asks you these really cute questions like, do you like sewing? Do you like yarn? I'd love to do something with that at some point so that we can get like a demographic of people that love sewing, and we could just say, okay, this pertains to them.
Yeah, well, I think once we get
sorted,
constant contact, which we're talking about, it scares me.
Growing is uncomfortable, and we're growing.
And we're uncomfortable.
So
yay. We have check that box.
So fundraising is coming up. Of course, we have the Swanton Arts Council Handmade Craft Show, which is this Saturday. I don't know if this will air in time for that, but we do have a small, we do acquire a little bit of money for that, but most of it, honestly, is like, it's just such a small fee for the spring show.
Yeah. We want to make
for the work. It's more like spotlighting.
Yes, we want to make sure that the craft shows are accessible to people who are in the business of selling their artwork, and also make it as a testing ground for people who are just getting into it, so they don't have to pay out. And I know Darcy's going to a big show this weekend, and she's had to pay ridiculous amounts of money to go to this show. And as a new artist starting out, and you're just trying to see our craft shows and craft sales right for me, you want to say, well, here, spend $300 to find out. This is what, it's $15 or $20?
$15 or $20.
$15 or $20.
Yeah. And we do an artist spotlight, or I do an artist spotlight where I gather photos of their stuff and a little reason why they started and why they like it and whatever. And then we post it on Facebook, and then eventually very soon, we're going to transition that spotlight onto the Swanton Arts Council page
under the
website.
Artist profiles. And
under the artist profile.
Allie Boren is going to help me with that, which is awesome. I've got 2 that are outstanding that need to put on, but I just want to refine it a little bit, because when we first started and we had 10 artist spotlights, it wasn't a big deal. You could format it a certain way, but now that we're cranking up, there's going to be a lot. How many people are going to be in the show?
Close to 40, I think.
So I'm adding, I probably have 1 on of those 40 people on our website. Yeah. So now that we're going to have 50 plus, we really need to look at a better way to put that out there. But
absolutely. Well, this is all stuff we didn't talk about at the meeting. We're getting off topic.
People should know. We should know. So, okay, we talked about reviewing the items in storage, but Scott Rayum went through and made it all pretty, so we didn't even have to worry about that one. But for fundraising, Allie Boren, Heather Richkowski, Darcy Benoit, and Janet Suave, we sort of voluntold her. She wasn't able to be at the meeting, but I know she's interested in fundraising.
She's interested, very much so.
Put her on the list. We'll be following up with her on that. And that was all the business stuff we really talked about. And then we jumped right into creative stuff.
Yes. Okay, so we went to, of course, the spring craft show that we were just discussing.
Yep.
So we're good with that.
Check with that one. And then we talked about the Edwin Church Award for Young Writers. The deadline for that for yesterday. Watch for more to follow on that one. We will see who the winner is. Very exciting.
Okay, Swanton Arts Spectacular. We talked about some activities to get some more activities going on, like maybe I don't want to give it all away.
Don't give it all away. Well, you can.
There's been talk about a pancake eating contest.
Yes.
Sponsored by
Cody's Cafe.
Cody's
We're
Cafe.
working with that right now.
Wouldn't that be
That would be so awesome.
So cool. I hope it happens. And
there's
then
been
a puppy
We've been talking
parade.
about puppy
That would
parade.
be cool, right? Okay.
There's 14 booths sold that have been reserved their spaces so far. We are working with the local meadery to have mead at the event, so that will be
Ooh.
awesome too. The next meeting
and we have
for
the
that,
fireworks for that night.
There's
too.
fireworks that
It was
night, which is
approved.
really cool.
The Swanton town approved that, and then
be music all day.
music all day. There's a lot of excitement, and it's in December or not December.
September.
It's September this year, so we're gonna have foliage, maybe a little bit of foliage.
Snow, maybe.
some people
Whatever
coming through.
happens.
September's a different time. We usually do in August,
Yep.
so it'll be a little bit different.
The next meeting for that, if anyone's interested, is going to be at the Swanton Public Library. We're going to be having a planning meeting on April 14th. And Darcy
14th.
Benoit is the lead for that one. Janet Suave is leading up the activities that are going to be going on that day, and Scott Martell is leading up the music offerings
April
for that day.
14th.
April 15th.
I was gonna say,
April 15th.
that's a
It's a Monday.
Sunday.
It's a Monday. No, April 15th.
April
Sorry.
15th.
Probably, I had 14 underneath it. So,
Okay.
yeah. So awesome.
Moving right along with that.
Year of the Salmon. Yeah, awesome. We had an amazing writing slam. We did that on Saturday, and Tom Benton was the writing lead, and it was amazing. I knew that he would do a good job. I did not expect him to do that amazing of a job because it exceeded all my expectations. We have a working script. He's going to finish it all out, but there was, I think, 15 of us all came together, and starting at 9, and we were done by like 2:45. The car was loaded up, and we were packing up food, and it was gone. I was leaving the parking lot. It was amazing. We had the full script from nothing to completed. It was amazing.
And people may already know Tom Benton because
He's a
of his
local-
work on
yes.
The Messenger
Yes,
and on
and-
Swanee. He's a star in both of those.
And he
so
edited the last one, and he also does a small show called Counseling,
That's
talking about
right.
what goes on in
Yeah,
the
he's a
Swanton Arts
local
Council.
celebrity.
Yeah, so it's awesome. So we have a few challenges with the grant. This was the Year of the Salmon community-generated movie was made possible by a grant from the Lake Champlain Basin Program. We are, have a little bit of challenges with working within their guidelines and knowing what to do because grants are something we don't really work with too much.
grants are just in themselves a little
Yeah,
challenging
they
because
are.
it's like, yeah.
You get all excited.
You get all excited
it's
and then like,
free
wait, one
money.
more thing, one
and
more
then you're
thing.
like, I've worked for 40 hours for this free money. How is it free? I
Honestly, it
don't know.
reminds me of asking your health insurance for a piece of equipment. It's like, oh wait, you filled out the form, but you didn't ask for the specific thing right here, so do it again. Anyways,
Yeah,
it's a
lots of
challenge,
fun.
but we
It's
have
challenge.
lots of smart
But they're-
people in the
they're
group,
ni-
and we
they're
can
really,
figure it out.
Yeah, and they're nice people there. So
That's right.
And here we are. The next thing on the list was recapping the arts, which we still don't really have a title for what we're doing, and we're going to figure that out. But
Oh, that's what this is.
that's what this is. Yes, we're here now. Check.
Yeah.
Done.
Okay, done. Okay, Migratory Bird Show Preparation Workshop.
So the
With Joanne?
Missisquoi Valley Wildlife Refuge, every year they do an annual bird show about their migratory birds. Joanne Para-Ryder has been involved in that show last year. She would show you a picture of what she made, except it's got sold so fast. I don't think she even has a picture of it. But Anita Michelle Para and Nicole Gadwa have also participated in that. We've added the Migratory Bird Show as a Swanton Arts Council annual event because it's awesome.
Yep.
And Joanne is going to do a workshop at the Swanton Public Library on April 13th. It's a Saturday at 11 o'clock, so you can learn how you can participate in that. So it's designed for artists to come in and find out where they can get information on which birds to use, what to expect in the show. This is an Arts Council event. It's not on behalf of the Wildlife Refuge, but we
Oh, I
want to
didn't realize
support
that
them.
was
So
neat.
yeah, so it's very
A few
exciting.
people talked to me about it, that they're excited about, that it was a good event.
Oh, it's an amazing event. I
Yeah.
can't wait to go. So when the and that's one of the shows that we're pushing, not pushing, we're promoting people to go to the Migratory Bird Show opens
Well, we have so many, like,
Oh my God.
we have, the refuge is such a huge part of Swanton.
Yeah.
So it really goes hand in hand with what our community has to offer.
Yeah, May 18th, that's when the show opens and goes until July 19th. So it's amazing, amazing stuff. And that's where we did our writing slam for the Year of the Salmon. So Ken Sturm, the refuge manager there, he's amazing.
So plein air painting is something we're hoping to do, and Joanne said that she's going to try to head up a plein air, which is, of course, if anybody doesn't know, plein air is basically take your art stuff and go somewhere and paint or
draw or sketch
or whatever, and you just
do.
like randomly a group of people just get together and they go
in the open air. So
in
it's
the
really
open air,
and it's really cool because like if this was outside, we'd probably be rained on. But if it was outside, I could be looking this way and Heather's looking that way, and we're going to be in the same space and we can work off each other's energy and have conversations. But I'm creating something completely different because I have a different perspective of it.
Right.
So it's nice we did it
like
last year.
Informal gathering of friends and
Artists.
creative people
Yeah.
getting together.
Yeah, and we haven't quite figured out all the details of it. Our default is to do more than we really need to and then say, why did we do that? Okay, well, next time we'll do a little less.
Right, because I think in the past we're like, let's set up a table, let's set up easels. Well, people probably have that stuff,
Yeah,
and we should
yeah.
just encourage them to bring it.
Yeah, bring what you need.
themselves.
Yeah,
And then it will be less work on the volunteers.
Yes.
But it's a great idea, and I think she was talking about painting Marble Mill.
In Marble Mill,
or,
third or fourth weekend in May
John's
she's
Bridge.
looking at. I think she's leaning more towards Marble Mill. Originally
of
she was
course.
thinking of the
Yeah, it's
walking trail.
beautiful there.
But yeah,
Yeah, I love the Marble Mill. That's
Yeah.
our favorite
that'll
spot.
be so cool.
So because you have the water, you have the playground, you have the
Yeah,
trees, there's older buildings that you can paint. There's so many things to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so and then we have the gallery in the library, which is being pushed off. So we'll have more information about that in the future.
We're hoping that, so June 1st, we're hoping that you'll see something. So end of May, there'll be more information following on that, but we are looking at setting up a gallery space in the Swanton Public Library, and that will be very exciting.
Very exciting, absolutely. And we're going to pay the artists too. So
Yeah.
it's part of the thing is
Yeah.
that the artists and people can sign up to be an artist in the gallery,
Yeah.
and then they can actually get paid to have their stuff
yeah.
on display. And
Yeah.
we're bringing people into the community
Yeah.
to look at that, and there's going to be something fresh every 2 months.
Yeah, so not only-
for people that don't know what it is, that's what the gallery would be.
Yeah.
It would be like a pop-up gallery.
Right.
For 2 months.
For 2 months.
The artist gets paid to display their work, and they can sell their work.
Yeah, they'll get a
at
small
the display.
they'll get a small stipend, which will basically defray the costs that go into setting up a gallery. You know, you have to have everything framed, and something you have business cards and put all your stuff up, and there's that investment of time. And of course, there's no guarantee that anything will sell. So we're trying to encourage artists to showcase their work.
Right.
It'll bring traffic into the library. It'll be a wonderful cultural event. An
This is
opportunity.
something to look forward to.
Something to look forward to. It'll change all the time. It'll be a rotating display. And then if they sell anything, they get all the money.
Yeah.
So we won't even take a commission. So
Right.
that'll be, so it works people through that process of how do I go about actually selling stuff? And now, I need business cards and I have to have a
And it's
Square
nice
or
because you don't
PayPal.
have to man
Yeah.
the booth.
Yeah, we don't
Of course,
have-
with craft shows, you have to sit there for 8 hours.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's kind of nice.
Awesome.
All right, so we're looking forward to that. We don't have all the information on it yet, but if it's something that you're interested in being an artist for, certainly get in contact with us.
Yeah. And Nicole Gadwa is
And
the
Nicole,
one who is.
she's the first one that we're going to display,
I don't
right?
know. No, she's organizing
she's
this whole thing.
organizing.
She's organizing
Okay.
this whole thing.
All right, well, that's cool. So
Yeah.
June, look
Yep.
forward to that in June. All right, so Meet the Writers. Becky is planning to do that again.
Yep, Saturday,
We don't
June
have a lot of information.
29th.
She wasn't at the meeting,
No,
so we can just...
But it's Saturday, June 29th. It's going to be from 10:30 to noon. There's an event on Facebook. It'll be at the Swanton Public Library. She's done things like this in the past, and they've been awesome.
Oh, I love it.
Awesome.
And actually, a lot of her writer friends donated to the Make-A-Wish
Yeah.
by mailing signed copies of their books.
Yeah.
And it went over really well at Make-A-Wish. It was very
Nice,
exciting.
nice.
So I'm grateful for that. And then what do we have next? The Artisan
Artisan
Jewelry
Jewelry
Show.
That's being
Yeah.
organized by Janet Suave. She's new organizing this year. Heather organized
kind
it
of helping
last
a
year.
little bit, yeah.
Yep. So she's sort of like a craft show queen in training. So she's a princess,
Right, a
So
princess.
she's doing awesome. That is going to be the same day as the car show, which is in July 27th.
Yeah.
Registrations are being taken now. It's $15 or $20. I did it last year and I sold stuff. It was amazing. I'd never sold jewelry.
You got to sign up for it. I mean, if you make jewelry, $15.
$15.
And we have so much traffic at the car show.
Yeah.
And the goal when we started this, because it was your idea originally, and I kind of was like, well, let's see if we can try it. And we did it last year, and even though it got rained out, even though we still had people coming in.
Yeah.
So we're hoping to do that again this year. Well, we're not hoping. It's happening.
It's happening.
It's happening, baby.
Yep. And it's going to be a great show. There is good traffic. All the car show attendees, they all have glove compartments in their cars. So they can buy jewelry. There's a lot of people who attend it to look at the cars. So it's just one more way to help bump up the car show that the Chamber of Commerce does, and to give our artists an opportunity to make some money.
Absolutely.
Added to the list, we had art boxes for cancer patients, and Faith Dubois is leading this up. We had approved way back $60 to put towards these art boxes. We had a bunch of donated supplies. She's putting together art journaling boxes that can be given out through Northwestern Medical Center to cancer patients, so that they can, just to help them to journal their process and to create and to lighten their burden. So she's looking for donations for that.
Donations, like stamps and coloring,
markers,
pencils,
stamps.
like just little things that are new that she can throw in the box.
And we had some boxes donated to us from Mary Mater of Maple City Candy, and so we've earmarked some of those for the boxes. We've had some other, you had given me some scrapbook paper. That was a donation. I don't remember who that was from,
probably.
And some of that had gone in there too. So
absolutely,
more to follow now.
So it's going along really well, and she's getting back into it.
Added to this, we also had another person reach out to us about sketching, because from our Model Citizens group, there was a person and we'll be following it up. Hopefully Katie's excited about that, doing more Model Citizens in the future, and people are starting to notice, which is wicked cool.
Okay, so the Spring Youth Art Show.
Yeah, we're under completed projects now.
Completed projects. So there's 270 pieces
of
that were displayed, and not just paintings, not just drawings. There were mixed media.
There were mobiles, some of these cute little finger puppets, which are adorable. It's a lot of digital art this year, so the digital imaging is really ramped up. So it's very cool. From all ages, kindergarten through 12th grade, and we had the Emerging Artist Award was going on at that same time, so we had nine entries for that, and it was amazing. We had 6 judges who were trying to, going around, and they were there all night trying to figure it out. Nicole does
so much talent in one space.
Yeah, Nicole does an amazing job with that. She pulls artists in from all over. Unfortunately, Highgate wasn't able to participate this year, and Alberg who wasn't able to participate either?
But she does go all over.
Franklin, sorry, Alberg did participate. Franklin did not. They were working on another show. But
she does go above and beyond to go and get the kids involved, get the teachers involved. And there was 12 art walls, and then she even said that 8 people wanted to buy the artwork.
Yeah, so that was new this year.
Yeah, so 8 pieces of artwork were. People wanted to buy them.
Yeah, so they were actually sold. So in this year, Nicole worked out a process so that the kids could put their art for sale. Last year, people wanted to buy it, and we didn't know how to handle it. So this was very exciting, and this will be incorporated in future years. I'm very excited about that.
Either prints or,
either the original or the prints, depending.
Or whatever. And we actually had was it the gallery?
Yeah, the Village Frame Shop gave a very good... some very good prices to help the kids make nice copies of their work and laid out at affordable rates, and once they got very affordable anyway. They do a great job, but they laid it all out so that the kids could know how you'd go about this process. And Nicole went and met with them, and everything was amazing. She had several kids. There's like 6 or 8 kids from the National Arts Honor Society who helped set up the show, and she said they were amazing. They were so focused and invested in the project. It was great.
Yeah. So
Emerging Arts Award, that's going to be announced in May at the awards night, the winner for that.
Okay. Alcohol Ink Dabbler class with Judy.
Yay, that was great.
15 people showed up to that.
Yeah,
That's
it was
exciting.
amazing. It was amazing. That was made possible by
Swanton Rec.
Swanton Rec, a donation from Swanton Rec. It was sponsored by them. It was great. We were so excited. We want to do another one. And the thought behind this was we're going to test this medium and we'll buy all the products that you need, and we'll have people who've used it before talk about how it works. And because alcohol ink's a little weird, if you've never used it, it's a great, but it's got some tricks to it. So we played with it, and at the end of the night, we drew names and we gave all the product away.
Right.
So it was
and we
a
already
free
have
class.
people offering to sponsor the next
Yeah.
one. So we're
And
going
it
to
was
have
awesome.
another opportunity in the future to
Yeah.
come to the Dabbler class where you can come and play with something you haven't tried, using before, and then perhaps go home with the supplies.
Yeah, but it's really cool because you can find out, like, wow, I've been thinking about this. I don't like it, so now I'm not going to buy it. Or, wow, I really like it.
And how many times we go to the craft store, buy a bunch of stuff to make this one project we saw on Pinterest, and then we're like, I hate this. I don't want to do this ever again.
Right.
And then you're stuck with all that stuff.
Yeah.
This is a way to do it for free.
Yeah, or else
it's a free class.
Yeah, or else
free
you bought
class.
stuff and you're like, I shouldn't have bought that one. I should have bought that one. So you had a bunch of people who've used it before who could say, oh, stay away from this one. And look, they look exactly the same, but they're completely different. So don't buy this one.
Right. Yeah. That's a good point.
And we did that, actually, so.
Okay, discussion on having a great show. We met over at the Fortin Farm and talked about some
Carmen
different
Brook Farm.
ideas. And Carmen Brook Farm.
Karen makes awesome meatballs, just saying.
She
it was
does.
great.
And we talked about how to have your best craft show.
Yeah.
And
now, are you putting
basically,
together a list on that?
I do have a list that I need to, put out on the Facebook page.
And on the arts
but
website?
I meant to actually get my notebook.
No, because you don't have time.
I have it written down,
We've got
and
3 minutes
basically it's about, having different price points for everybody so that there are some $5 items, some higher price items, so that you make some sales to each, group. And but yeah, and then
staying engaged and not
stay
being on your
engaged
phone,
and
like the
not
whole
be on your
thing.
phone.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
And there's all different ones. I'll post them on the Facebook page and the
And you're-
Strictly Handmade group.
And you're going to send it to me so I can put it on the website.
I can.
Yes, you will.
I can do that.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay, and then the water skills class that was well attended.
Yeah, watercolor skills class. That was awesome. We had a bunch of people sign up.
13 people went to the event.
We had
and
to turn away 8 people. So we're really looking for next time to get people to pay in advance because he does an amazing job, and that was only $15, and it was definitely rivaled some of the more expensive classes that are out there in other areas. It was amazing. Everybody loved it.
But they did 2 paintings,
Yep.
and he'd like to do it again. He just wants to teach more techniques and do more in-depth painting. So we have more exciting things coming down the pipeline for that. Keep an ear out for the watercolor skills class with Mike Barkume.
Yep.
Library offerings. Speaking of Mike, he also organized the Makerspace. So if you haven't heard of the Makerspace, it looks beautiful. And I just shared a post about it on Facebook about you can go into the library and there's a little cart in there and you put your art supplies on it and then you wheel it over to a table and you can create art right there at the public library. And you could even do it with your friends. You could just get together and be like, hey, you guys.
And we do that for certain other
And
things.
there's all kinds of stuff there. There's stamps, there's colored pencils, there's markers,
There's paint. There's everything. You
Yeah,
just have
there's
to go in and
everything.
look and see what will inspire you. It's amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so, and then the library is also hoping to do more art offerings of teaching classes and paid opportunities.
Right. So we have definitely, there's going to be another Zentangle class. There's going to be another creating your junk journal class, own junk journal class, and those are all free, and you get all the materials you need. I think there may be another jewelry making class, although I'm not sure. But
Yeah,
that
Kathy
was in the works.
Nebone ran that last one.
She wanted the last one, and it was amazing. So
And she actually had extra earrings that she donated to Make-A-Wish.
I know, it was very
So,
sweet.
very
Yeah.
cool.
yeah.
Judy and I got together last month and we organized things for Make-A-Wish donation. A lot of people donated to the Make-A-Wish, and Judy and I packaged it up really pretty and put labels on it and everything.
People bought it, and it was
people bought it, and
awesome.
it looked really great at the event. Okay, so
Reoccurring projects. Right, we're up to reoccurring projects.
writers group. Yep.
The next meeting of the writers group is Tuesday, the 16th at 6 o'clock that's also Heather's birthday, if you haven't purchased your gift for her birthday yet. That's her birthday.
I'll take food.
Yeah, okay, she likes pizza. Tuesday, the 16th, it's at 6 p.m. at the Swanton Public Library. It's open to all writers or would-be writers. It's a great group. They share their work. It's very vibrant. They have a blog, too. You can find the link to that on the Swanton Arts Council website. But they're really, really a great group.
Cool.
Everyone's invited.
Karma Art. We didn't really talk about that.
No, Faith had left at
wasn't
that
there.
point. She had snuck out of the meeting. But that's more of a summer thing anyway. So I know
Oh,
there
yeah.
was I know there was like 10 drops in February for Valentine's Day. There was origami heart bookmarks that were
Oh, yeah, I
sprinkled
got
throughout
one
the
of those.
library. So
Okay, art journaling,
art journaling.
April 9th.
Yep.
And you're
we're-
working with maps.
Maps, and we're going to be talking about glue and what's the best glue to use in your art journal or junk journal.
And it's at the library.
It's at the library. It's at 6 p.m. We're going to be making a recommendation to the library for what kind of glue they should stock in the makerspace.
Very cool. All right, counseling. We're trying to find somebody, get the lasso around them, pull them on
Somebody,
in.
We don't use the word somebody. Somebody's
Yep.
not allowed. The word somebody is not allowed in the Swanton Arts Council.
Yeah.
And
Are
if
you
you are,
somebody?
you will be asked, are you somebody? Look in the mirror, because if you are, you can, I can't make it work in the mirror, but yeah, whatever. There we go. Yeah, somebody's not allowed if we can't tell other people what to do.
Yeah. Well, and part of the thing is a lot of people have really great ideas, but if you have that great idea and you have the passion, let's get you to do it.
Right.
So are you somebody?
Right.
Is the question. When
Yes.
somebody says, you know what, somebody should do an art pop-up in the middle of the park, then we say, are you somebody?
Somebody.
Because we need people like that have great ideas that know what they want and how to do it,
Yeah.
and we need them to do it.
Because we want the passion.
We want the passion.
The passion always wins.
And
the prize.
honestly, a lot of the people that we have are so busy doing art stuff that we don't even know about.
I know.
Like that people don't realize how much is going on in the background.
Yeah.
So we are doing amazing things.
So back to counseling. Tom Benton he's finished Darcy's episode that should be showing up sometime on the Northwest Access TV very soon. It's all put together, and he's looking to see who he should interview next. We've suggested Heather. We suggested Mike Barcume, Scott
Yeah, I
Rayum
was trying to get the lasso
mentioned.
on Mike and pull him in
Yeah.
to do it.
He would consider it.
I think he would. And if anybody else is an artist in the community that would like to be on the counseling, you can totally do that, and we'd love to have you. You would just go and talk about your art and why you do it and why you love it, and Mike or Tom Benton would interview you.
Yep.
Yeah,
And he does a
It's
great
pretty
job.
simple. You just
Yep.
show up here at the studio and you sit down here like we are,
Yep.
and he would talk to you, and it'd be awesome. So if you want to do that, contact either Channel 15 or
Tom Benton.
Tom Benton.
Yeah.
Okay. So model citizens with Judy Paxman. So that's something that we go to meetings. Well, I don't. I'm actually recording the meetings at everyone.
We
but
get a group of people who go to some of our local public meetings, which are kind of deathly boring, honestly. If you're not in the right
I
mind
think
frame.
they're entertaining.
Well, they can be entertaining if you're doing something. So we're encouraging people to bring your knitting or crocheting or your sketchbook, because we've been wanting to do live model drawing, but it's just difficult to find it in your schedule because we want to do all these things. Well, we want to go to the meetings and stay informed, and here's all these people, and they're basically just sitting there talking for the whole, they're thinking and talking, so you can sketch them. So we started our Model Citizens group, and we've gone to 2 meetings. It was very interesting, I have to say.
And it's nice because
enjoyed
it's
it.
kind of like it's like a twofer.
Yeah,
So
it's
you're
a
doing
total
art
twofer.
and you're getting involved in the community.
And it's amusing. I mean, it's fun and it's great. And as you practice you can hone your sketching skills and you really know what's going on. So we're trying to encourage that again. We will be looking for a date, hopefully in April or early May, to do the next one. If anyone's interested in joining so that, just reach out to me. It's way too much fun.
Okay, Entrepreneur Breakfast is coming up April 12th.
Yep, it's at 9 o'clock a.m. at the Chamber of Commerce building in Swanton, and that is led by J.P. Choquette. And this is just a pop-in type of thing. We talk about our businesses and try to figure out how we can take the next step in our entrepreneurship. This is in its infancy. We
Next
just
level.
started. Yeah. So we were meeting at Cody's Cafe, and they're awesome, but it's really hard to be eating pancakes and trying to, document business things and have that discussion. So we've decided, well, let's go to Cody's first and have a good breakfast, and then we'll meet at 9 at the chamber.
And try it and see how it goes.
Yeah, so we're still making this up as we go along, but it's a great group, and really it makes you think about how you want to move forward.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, I think that is pretty much it.
Yeah.
We just closed on,
if we
art announcements
Maybe
and
go over the dates to remember. So the things coming up: Spring Handmade Craft Show is April 6th. Beginner foxtrot lessons. That's very hard to say.
it's going on at the similar time.
Yeah, that's at.
We don't have times here, but
no, we
it's
don't have times.
actually
It's noon to
9
2.
to 2 and then noon to 2.
Noon to 2. So that's right at the Swanton Public Library. Allie Bourne is organizing that. Art journaling at Tuesday the 9th at 6 p.m. And all these dates can be found on the Swanton Arts Council website and on Facebook also.
Facebook group, yeah.
Art journaling, we talked about that. Entrepreneurs Breakfast, we talked about that. Migratory Bird Show, informational meeting, we talked about that. Spectacular planning meeting, that's on Monday the 15th at 6 p.m. The Writers Group, Tuesday, April 16th at 6 p.m. There is a class on starting your own junk journal on Wednesday, April 17th at 6 p.m. You can sign that up for that. It's an offering by the library. And on Tuesday, April 23rd at 2:30, there's a Zentangle class that is being offered by the library. Those are both free. Friday, May 17th.
But isn't it incredible that we have this many art opportunities right here?
Yeah, like all this stuff. I mean, it's so funny because we started 4 years ago and there was nothing going on, and now we can't even go to all this stuff. It's amazing.
The Addams Family musical?
Yeah, Addams Family Values is going to be at the MVU. It's the MVU musical, and that starts Thursday, May 18th, and it goes to the 20th. They always do an amazing job. The Art in the Refuge show starts on the 18th of May, but it's the 17th is the opening reception for that. Creative Communities Exchange starts in June. We'll do Meet the Writers in June 29th. The Artists and Jewelry show in the 20th. Oh, you know what? I've got May here for the Addams Family, but that's really April. It's April 18th.
Is it really?
Yes,
Okay.
it is. That's my boo-boo, and I noticed that last night, and I didn't change it. Artists and Jewelry Show, Swanton Arts Spectacular. Then we are looking now down the road to a fall craft show and a holiday homemade craft show.
Yep.
Which is very cool. I just have to say a shout out to all Heather's done for the craft shows, because we went from none, absolutely zero craft shows in Swanton. And then Lenore Pepe had started one. She's like, we got to bring him back. We brought it back. And then when she stepped back, Heather stepped forward, starting
that was my first one I went to as an artist, and I was gifted a table by my friend, and I split it with a friend, another friend, and I sold my Tree of Life pendants, and it was amazing because I didn't see any vendors anywhere, like direct sales vendors. Yeah. And I thought that's really cool and really symbolic of what the Swanton Arts Council is trying to do here. And so it's gotten harder and harder as there's more direct sales. And of course, I sell direct sales, my own personal job. But I also appreciate what the artists, what the handmade only craft shows do. They give you artists an opportunity to actually not have to compete with pricing from resale items. Yeah. And they have, when you walk into that building, and people have told me this, they come to our craft show and they know that there's a different feeling when they enter the craft show, that every piece was painstakingly made. So there's a different thing. So what we did this year is we, of course, added on a second building. So now we have the Methodist Church and Holy Trinity Church. And it's 92, but and then we're going to add on October, which a lot of people are shopping in October now. So I thought, well, we'll throw another one in there.
That's the same day as Halloween in the Park in Swanton.
Exactly.
So it should be a good time. And the fall one, or the pre-Christmas holiday one, I guess you can call it the holiday one. That's the same day as Christmas in the Park.
Yes,
so that'll be exciting on Small Business Saturday.
So, and if it's successful and people enjoy it and people come out and you do it, we'd like to continue to do it. Yeah. And it's been well received in the past. We have a lot of people that come out of the woodwork for the holiday handmade craft show.
So we went from 0 craft shows to 5 artisan-only craft shows now, because we have the spring one, the spectacular, the fall one that you're adding, the
Christmas one,
the holiday one,
the jewelry only
and we
show.
have the jewelry one. So there's which is crazy,
and
0 to 60.
I mean, we have other craft shows, but we only have ours are handmade only.
They're
craft
artisan
shows.
only. They're
So
all handmade. There's no.
And it's starting to trend. It's starting to trend. So
awesome.
it's very exciting. But I hope you guys come out to see us.
Our next meeting, it's not even on here. Our next meeting is the first Monday in May.
Right, so it's the first Monday of every month at 6 o'clock, 5:30 if you want to come and hang out and chat. And then it's at the Swanton House Pizza.
Yeah, so you can get
a drink, get a pizza, whatever, a salad, whatever. There's all kinds of different choices.
I have to say. And they're nice people too.
Yes.
So it's a friendly atmosphere. I'm trying to make it open so that anyone can feel comfortable. They don't have to go into a building where they don't know anyone. This is the House of Pizza. Everyone knows that place. It's awesome.
So you could really technically just sit down next to us and just...
eavesdrop. If you want to, we're live, so or you can just hang in. You can listen to what's going on and stay for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. Well, this was fun.
Yeah,
and I'm glad that we did this, and we'll try to do it It will be better and better every time.
Yeah,
we'll try to do it every month.
It'll only get better. It'll only get better.
It can only get better.
It can get better pretty easy, probably. So.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.